In chapter 23, verse 39, it says, one of the criminals who were hanged railed at him. He had two criminals on the cross. One railed at Jesus, saying, are you not the Christ? Save yourself and us. Come on, Jesus. What's up, right? But the other rebuked him, saying, do you not fear God, since you are under the same sentence of condemnation? And we indeed justly, for we are receiving the due reward of our deeds. But this man has done nothing wrong. And he said, Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And he said to him, the words of Jesus, truly I say to you, today you will be with me where? In paradise. Do I see confession in the story? Do I see contriteness and change? I believe I do. In confessional aspect, he begins by saying to the other criminal on the cross, do you not fear God? Implication is there, you should fear God, right? Do you not fear God since you're under the same sentence of condemnation? And indeed, we justly, this is a due reward that we deserve. We are sinful. And I think in calling out the other criminal, he's also certainly has called himself out as well publicly and openly that we are sinful. We deserve this punishment. We are guilty. We are sinful. We deserve this. This is our due reward that we should receive. And so I see the thief in what the Lord gives us through Dr. Luke, that he's confessing in his rebuke even, and it may have been more that wasn't shared, that he's confessing his sinfulness before God. Because God is where? Right next to him. Right? And so he's confessing that. This is our just punishment. And you should be fearing God, not mocking God. And so we deserve this. And so I see it as an openness to sin. Having that open conversation. You think Jesus heard him say those things? I think so. Based on the conversation that take place. We've already shared Romans 3:23, all have sinned and fallen short. I think he got that, right? And so the thief is right there with Jesus, and he's saying, would you remember me when you come in your kingdom? What's taking place there? There has to be some type of change and understanding by the Spirit of God that this Jesus is more than a mere man. The one who places his faith and his hope in this one who's also going to bleed out and die on the cross. And so there's faith taking place. Confessing of his own sin. I deserve this punishment. But then confessing that Jesus Christ, you are different than man, and so I'm placing my faith in you. We find the thief on the cross rebuking his fellow crossmate, right? I just read that. He's rebuking him. Hey, what are you doing? Mocking Jesus that way. Don't you know that we are guilty of this? And so he's rebuking his fellow crossmate. And I would ask the question, why would he care? Unless his heart was changing. Unless there was remorse and sorrow and shame in his own heart. Why would he even care? Why would he even get involved in rebuking this other fellow on the cross? Why wouldn't he just join in the banner? And we'll come back to that. Why just join in? Why would he even care? But instead, I think brokenness is happening as he hangs next to holiness. I think he's changing. There's a brokenness that's happening. There's a contriteness, a confession, and something's unfolding here in regards to God's salvific work in the heart of man. It happens to be on the cross. For you, it may have been at your home, maybe in a business, maybe in the car, maybe over a broken relationship. Somehow God spoke into your life, did the same thing like he did the thief on the cross if you're in Christ, but he breaks in and he helps us realize our lack of holiness before the holiness of God.